anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today is Tuesday. It is April 28th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. Whatever doesn't fit, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're using Intuitive City Oracle by Rob Barthelman. You can go to my link tree. The link is in there. It'll take you to his website, and then it will, will it? Or will it take you to the Etsy? It'll either take you to the website, and the website will take you to the Etsy, or I put the Etsy link in there. I cannot remember which. When I went to his website, a month and a half, 2 months ago to buy decks, it took me to his Etsy shop. So we got 2 on the table, 1 major, 1 I can't see. Two on the table, 1 major, no reverse. Somebody's gonna have like a different kind of family situation, like somebody three on the table, 1 major, no reverse. Four on the table. Four on the table, 1 major, no reverse. Ooh. 5 on the table, 1 major, no reverse. 6 on the table, 1 major, no reverse. 7 on the table, 1 major, no reverse. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. Something about like a different kind of family situation. And it's going to seem good at first, but then there's going to be an issue with it. 2 more shuffles. And it's going to be like it's going to be like different to somebody. I'll give you some examples that so you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. 1 more shuffle. 7 on the table, 1 major, no reverse. And I think this last card literally says it all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it literally says it all. Like, the issue with the whole thing. Stability. All right. So we got 8 with the bottom of the deck. We have 1 major, no reverse. Let me show you what we got. We've got the Hanged Man. We got 10 of Cups. Page of Wands. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Three of Wands. I mean, some good energy here to start. 6 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. Something changes. Something happens. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. It says reliability, but I was hearing stability. 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 Feminine, masculine, take heart resonates. The Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. I don't think these are people's energy, okay? Like, I don't think the Queen is someone, and I don't think the King is somebody. I think this is the energy of the situation. Feminine, masculine, take heart resonates. like I said, somebody's going to get involved in some type of family situation, and it's going to be different. It's going to seem different. It might even seem weird, new, and it's going to seem good at first. It's going to seem, like everything's fine. Like I can do this, like I can handle this. This is good. Like it's not weird at all. And then with the 5 of Swords, like somebody, it just I don't know, it just gives me like giving to a situation that somebody shouldn't have been giving to. So let me throw you out some examples, because I was thinking of these in my head. And it could be anything, okay? But listen to my examples. So this could be somebody. Some can be simple. Some of these can be simple. Some of these could be like crazy, ridiculous, out of this world. How did that even happen? Kind of thing. So I'll even give myself as an example for the first one. When I married the ex-husband, he was single, I was single. I have no kids. He had adopted his son from his first marriage. So his wife, she had a son. When they got married, he adopted her son. Okay. When I married the ex-husband, I had a stepson. I've told you guys before, if you follow, if you subscribe, I was not allowed to meet this kid until literally, like, I think it was like 2 or 3 months before the ex-husband and I actually got married. He was invited to the wedding, obviously. He's my ex-husband's son. He was not allowed to go. I was told by the ex-husband at one point that part of it was because the ex-wife wasn't invited with her second husband and their child. Yeah. I married the ex-husband. I took on his son, right? The thing was, I never had a relationship with that kid. And I gave a lot to that situation. I paid for his braces. I paid for him to go to Florida on a school trip. Um, I paid for all kinds of stuff. I was always giving the ex-husband money to pay for his kids' stuff. Because he couldn't afford to. He was already giving her child support, and he was already providing medical and paying for all of his medical and dental and vision. Anything with medical, dental, and vision, my ex-husband paid for. His new glasses, his doctor visits, everything, prescriptions, everything. Anytime the kid had something going on at school, the ex-husband was supposed to pay for it. I think I honestly can't remember. He had an instrument. He was in band. I want to say the trumpet. Maybe it was the trumpet. Like the ex-husband had to pay for him to rent a trumpet, had to pay for his uniform, had to buy him school clothes every year. The ex-husband pretty much paid for everything for this kid. Literally paid for everything for this kid and gave her the child support and sometimes gave her extra child support. He never had money to pay for anything. Like I paid for this kid's braces. I paid for his senior school trip to Disney World. I paid for all kinds of stuff. And I was not allowed to be in this kid's life. And I've told you guys this before. I had been very hopeful when I met the ex-husband. I was very excited to be a stepmom. And I did not expect, like, oh, like I'm going to be in your life and I'm going to be your second mommy. I didn't look at it like that. But I did think that, like, I was going to see him. He was going to be at our house. Never happened. Never happened. The ex-husband and I were together 3 years, 4 years. I can't remember. 3 years before we got married. That kid never came to our place, not once. And if he did, I was not there. I was not allowed to be there in my own home. That's how crazy and ridiculous this woman is. And here's the thing, y'all. I understand that women can be protective over their children. I get it. I get it. But you don't bring that into somebody else's home. Like, it was not her home. And in all honesty, that was literally my home. Like, I paid for my townhouse. It was my home. The ex-husband was just my boyfriend at the time, and he was just living there. And he didn't even pay to live there. So the fact that I wasn't allowed to be in my own home when her kid was there, absolutely fucking ridiculous. And when I tell you that all these things that you look back on in relationships that you should have never put up with, I should have kicked his ass to the curb then, right? God love him. I love him to death. I consider him a friend, but I should have kicked his ass to the curb then. I should have never put up with that shit. I think part of her did it on purpose because she wanted him to fail. She wanted him to not be in a relationship. She always wanted him as a backup for when her second marriage didn't work. She even told him that once. She's a little cuckoo. She's probably watching this. I don't really care. Anyway, it got to the point where I didn't have a relationship with him, and I didn't want a relationship with him. And I told you guys before, I actually came out to the ex-husband and I said, I don't know what you want from me. He's not my kid. He's not my stepkid. He's just some kid. He's literally just some kid. He means nothing to me. I mean, he didn't mean anything to me. The only reason why I paid for his stuff is because I loved my ex-husband, you know? Like, I didn't pay for his stuff because I liked him. I didn't even know him. And what I did know of him, I didn't like because he was very much like his mom. He still is very much like his mom. There's something wrong with her. It's and you know, everybody goes through trauma and stuff like that. So I'm sure she has her own backstory and everything like that. But yeah. Anyway, it was an odd situation. Me getting into this family situation, having a stepson, but not having a stepson. It gives that kind of vibes. Like coming into a situation and you think it's going to be great and it's going to work out and you're going to make it work and you're going to be involved and da 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 da, and you're going to give to this situation, you're going to put everything you have into it, and then bam. Bam. So this could even be like meeting who you think is the love of your life. And if you're a feminine, you get pregnant and you have this baby, and you and this, well, masculine, we'll say, since you were pregnant, we'll just go traditional route. Masculine, you and this masculine have this baby, and the baby's coming on a year old, and he tells you he's going out to get diapers, and you give him $50, and he goes out and gets diapers, and he never comes back. And this is a relationship. This is a person you put your time, your money, your energy into. You had a kid with them. You gave them something. You gave them another human with their name. And then they turn around and they leave you. There was no reliability there. There was no stability there. Something about at the end, the King of Pentacles. And like I said, I kept hearing stability, stability. Like this situation is going to leave someone wanting stability. They don't have stability. It could even technically be a group of people. I'll give you another example. You meet someone, they have a kid. You get married, you adopt their kid. And then this person leaves and leaves you with their kid. Like, oh, you'll be a good parent, but I don't think we're going to work out. So I'm going to leave you the kid and I'm going to go on my own. And again, male or female, it doesn't matter. Plenty of women leave their kids. Again, it could literally be any type of family situation. It could even be for, I keep using kids as an example, but it could even be, like something with your immediate family, like giving to the family. And just all of a sudden realizing like your family isn't for you, your parents aren't for you, they don't support you, there's no stability, there's no reliability. I do think for a lot of you, though, it will be like some type of family situation, like getting involved in something that at the end of the day, you're just going to regret it. And I know that sounds horrible to say because as a human being, you want to be able to invest in people. You want to believe in the good of people. You know, you want to believe that people have not just their own best interest at heart, but yours too. You know, family, friends, lovers. Like you want humans to be human. And every time we get let down, every time we get stabbed in the back, it's just like one more time where we're like, yep, I knew that was coming. Like, like what the, like, I knew that was going to happen. And it's like something or someone comes into your life and it's brand new and you have all this hope and this exuberance. Is that even a, is that how you use that word? You're just so ecstatic. You're elated. You're so happy. And then it just goes to shit. Like you invest all this time, maybe your money, right? Your heart, your mind, your body even, and it just goes to shit. And it's like what was this for? Like why did I give to this situation? Like how did this do me any good? All I can say is like the whole situation with me and the ex-husband and his ex-wife and their son, like that was a learning lesson. And I've said this before. Now I've come a long way, y'all. I've come a long way since my separation and my divorce and going through all that with the ex-husband. Because when I came out of my divorce, I probably told you guys literally like the beginning of 2024 when I started my YouTube channel. I probably told you guys like never again. Never again am I getting with somebody with a kid. Never again am I taking that on. Never again. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I would get involved with somebody with a kid. If they had a younger kid, a little kid, I would. I would get involved with somebody with a kid. But I'll tell you what, if I see the red flags, if I see even a hint of a repeat of what I went through with the ex-husband and his ex-wife and their son, I'm out the fucking door. Like, I put up with so much shit with the ex-husband and his son and the ex-wife that I just, no human should have to put up with. No human should ever have to put up with that shit. And yeah, you can tell me all day, well, she's his mom and da da da. Da. Yeah, okay. But guaranteed, if I said I was the mom, right? If I came on here and I said I was her and I was the mom, you guys would be all over me for the way that I did me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you guys would be like, well, why'd you do that to her? Why wouldn't you let her see her son? She's a good person. She would have taken care of him. She would have watched out for him. She would have loved him like her own. We always have to start an argument. We're human. But when I tell you I would have no problem dating someone with a kid, but I am not putting up with a crazy ex. And I think one of the things that was the most annoying with the ex-husband was the fact that at the end of the day he always stood up for her and he always took her side, and I always felt like I was on the outside looking in, always, every single time. Every single time. And whether or not he ever had discussions with her about how she treated the situation, how she treated me, I have no idea. I have no idea. I know once or twice he told me he did. Do I really believe that? Probably not. And that's kind of where the reliability and the stability falls in, because if I don't even believe that you're standing up for me, standing up for us, then why are we us? Why am I there? And that's the kind of red flag I'm talking about. Like if I were to get into a relationship with someone with a kid and, they get into an argument with their ex about me, like seeing, their kid, you you obviously should always have your kid's best interest at heart, but at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hello. Like, hello, are you going to stick up for me? Like, I'm the one you supposedly love and want to marry, buy a house with, live in the country with, grow old with, but you can't stick up for me. And it's you could say it's funny, you could say it's sad, but the Virgo in me, the Gemini in me, like I I always see it from all angles. I always feel the different sides. I always understand the different perspectives. That's just who and how I am. But at the end of the day, like having learned what I learned and knowing what I know and healing as I've healed, right? I couldn't do that again. Like if I saw the red flags, I'd be out the fucking door. I probably would not even waste my breath saying anything to the person. I would literally just be like, okay, see ya. Have a nice life. Because I would not put up with the shit. I would not put up with the back and forth, the yo-yo, the crazy ex-spouse, no, you know, yeah. Whatever this situation is, it's something along that lines. It's like getting involved in a situation that's kind of unorthodox and you have all this hope for it and all this love for it and you invest in it and then it just turns on you. Like the situation turns on you. This could even be something as simple, you guys, as like getting engaged and then, you know, your fiance canceling the wedding, finding out that they have another family or like literally anything. Literally anything. Mm. To think of all the different millions of scenarios, and a lot of them are just so sad and not at all worth people's time. That's the sad thing. All right. I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope it does not resonate for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope everybody has a fabulous Tuesday, and I will talk to you later. Bye.